Okay, I think I got everything I need over here to do my wheel change. So we're going to do a tire swap. Take the tire off this wheel here. Let's stick it on our new wheel. So let's do a little work to do that. First thing to do is get that wheel out of the way. Tire change area right here. Yeah, that's a good spot right there. So a little bit further back so you can see better. There, that'll be good enough for you. Let's see, we already got the air out of this thing, I think. Yep. Let's see, first thing I want to do is see how tall the tire is, or wide, because we're going to a 1 inch wider rim. Let's see how much the tire grows. So this one here is, it's just under 5.5, 5 7/16 or so. See what we got. Okay, we got to break the bead first. So I'm going to break the bead breaker over here. This hasn't really been run, it's just been locked up, so it should pop pretty easy. Oh yeah. Stiff ass tire though. These are radial tires, so they're nice and stiff. Pop the bead all the way around. Okay, that one's popped. Where it goes. Okay, get back over where it belongs. Alright. Make it a little bit easier, put a lubricant on things. We'll use our tire irons. And of course, got a hammer, rubber hammer this one. Okay, start your valve stem. Restart. So you don't rip it off. You have to go around about 90% of the way is all you gotta do. Alright. So you go in and pull up over the valve stem. Make sure you don't get the tube stuck in there. Kind of important you don't pinch the damn tube. This is where you gotta hold this one down. That's what your foot's for. And of course, when you do this, it puts a lot more tension on that, so it can hit you in the head, give you a headache. Unless you have a hard head, it'll be all right. Okay. Once again, you want to make sure your tube doesn't get pinched. So when you bring tire irons around, if it feels like there's something funny in there, don't force it. Probably got a tube jammed in there. If it's too hard to come off, don't take off such a big slide of the tire. Take less off and it's easy. Okay, top off the rim, that far anyway. Now 180 from the valve stem edge is where you pull a tube out. Don't worry about tearing the tube. If you tear a tube, the tube's no good anyway. Okay, and the last thing you do is pull out the valve stem area. Shove the tire all the way over so you get more room to work with it. Just push it on out. Turn the tire on, you kind of a little extra if you need it. Goes. All right, tube's out. If you're going to reuse a tube, which I'm going to do because it's a new one. Well, it was new at one time anyway. Put some air in it and see if it got any holes in it. If you don't hear no air leaks, probably a good tube. I'd reuse it. Alright. Pull the tire off the other side. Just stick your tire arms on the other side of the room. Like that. Bend it around. And hit with a hammer. Put a little tube snout on there, it would probably help, a tire snout. I didn't do that, it's a little harder. Now, if you care about scratching your rim, you put some cardboard between that and the tire irons will help. I keep my tire irons nice and smooth so they don't chew up too much, but they leave marks. I don't care. Doesn't bother me any. Some people might care. Okay, I need the rim strap. So is this one a dirty, nasty looking one or is it a clean one? Yeah, this one's looks okay. I think it was new to this one. Alright, it goes that way. Take a rag and wipe off all the dirt and rust. Oh, it almost fell over and hit the airline. Alright, nice and clean now. I'll put on the clean tires, clean rims, so you have a clean rib strap. 16s have a side stem on them, so you have to have that in there for the side stem. Kind of matches the hole right here, see? So make sure you put the cutout where it belongs, right there. Makes it a lot easier. Don't have any folds in your rim strap, it'd be nice. This is nice and slippery because it's powder coated. Turn it up over the spoke nipples. Oh, I forgot to look for spoke nipples, see if there's anything sticking out. Yeah, I probably should have done that first. Yeah, I missed a spot. Or a step, not a spot. Okay. So look look through and see if there's anything sticking through like that one right there. We don't want that one sticking through. That one's barely sticking through. That's definitely a bad one there. So we gotta go grind that off. I forgot to do that. Dumbass. So these two here are sticking up a little bit. So I have to go grind on these a little bit. A couple of these are sticking through too far, see? Probably every 4 it'd be high. In this case it's every 8. Yeah, every 8 on this one. Yeah, one over here and the next one's way over here. Right there, that one. Pretty far apart. Alright, so we have to grind these out a little bit. So that means we get to go in the back. Do a little grinding. Good fun. I forgot to do that. That's actually a very important step. That stops that problem you're going down the road at high speed, all of a sudden you get a little weird feeling in the back of your bike that you don't like. Yeah, this stops that. Or at least most of those times. So it's kind of important to do it. Alright. So we're going to grind it out. You can use various things, but if you don't want to screw up too much, use a die grinder. You got more control. Use ones like these. These are rounded ones. These are radius trees, I think they call this one, maybe, I don't know. No, this is a radius tree here. Maybe these are pear-shaped, I forget what they call them. Yeah, I got a big one, small one, and the one I usually like using. But this works too. So this one here is a little bit bigger radius, it's a little bit easier to control. This one gets in tighter spots. They both work. The small works too, they all work. Let me use the bigger one. What the hell. Be nice and noisy too. And messy. Okay, like most things, find the valve stem hole, start there. There it is. Only do the spokes that are angled this direction, not the ones toward you. They're easier to do, because you hold the angle like this. So that one's sticking way up. Right there. Hot. There, it's flush. No good. That's good. That one's sticking up. It's the 8th one around, sticks up again. Ooh, turd right there. So all you do is just grind it down. Flush with a nipple. Try not to grind a nipple in half, you kind of need it. Defeats the purpose of having it if you grind it off. Okay, I don't know where I left off at. Look for something hot. Okay, there's one sticking up just lightly. Good. Usually just feeling works better than trying to see them. There's a big one sticking up again, every 8th one looks like. Good. That one's sticking up again. Yeah, it's hot. Babying around instead of cutting the damn thing. Sticking up. Damn. We're going to cut it down. Keep playing with it. Oh, I got it that time. Okay, next one around. That was lightly up. Problem is that's the wrong angle is the problem. Good. Sticking up. Good. That's good. That one's good. That one there already ground. Further though, makes it nice. Alright. We're halfway done. Flip it around the other way. Find the valve stem hole. Start checking the other ones again. One is sticking up. that time. Babied around, still getting it. All right, all the way around again. Good to go. Chips off you. Okay, so now all of these are below the surface. You can run your hands around here like this without hurting yourself. Now, if you obviously be catching it in your finger, you did a crappy job. So this is a final test. Just run your fingers over them like that. Okay, nothing. I'm not bleeding. Perfect. Stick a little bit of Tryptophan oil on there. See, Tryptophan doesn't go away. This stuff worked pretty good this time. I liked it on the spokes. It worked really good. Okay, so there's what they all look like now. There's a couple of them that are ground real close. So anyway, that's how you're supposed to do it. All right, so now we can go back over here. I'll turn off one of those lights. We get back to going where it started in the tube over here. Somebody left that wheel on the way. I don't know who that was. All right. Don't scratch that powder coat like I care. Okay. Oh, I forgot the rim strap. That's where we left off. I remember. That's what started this whole problem. Make sure you're centered. Once again. We definitely got full access to our valve stem hole, which is very important. Okay, that's good. Put a little CRC on our tire. Lube. Do both sides. A little rubber on the inside of it where we took the tire off. Yeah. Blow out the excess crap we put on the inside of the tire. Yep, clear. Okay, look for any kind of a dot. The other tire I just bought had a dot. There's a dot right there. I'm going to look for rotation. Dot usually goes where the valve stem goes. Which way does this thing rotate? I don't know. It's a secret. Maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, let's see. I don't see no arrow. Oh, there it is. Rotation rear. What if it's on the front? Okay, I'm on the change side, so this thing's upside down. So this needs to be on the other side, over here. So now you got to figure out where that spot is when you're on the wrong side. That's right in the end of Shinko. Okay, so now tire rotation should be correct, I hope. Rear wheel goes this way, which is correct. Gets it over the high spot real quick. Beat it on with a hammer the rest of the way. Boom, it's on. Make sure you line up your end with your stem right there, and we're good to go. Okay, now I spin 180. I'm going to be over here. Okay, I got a tube installer. This basically screws on into the dicky and you pull it out through the hole. Saves a lot of time. My fingers aren't skinny and nice and flexible like they used to be, so I have to cheat now. Okay, make sure there's no dirt, rocks, or chips in your tube. The offset goes up because that's where the valve stem hole is. So I'm going to screw that on the end of it. Okay, now you got to poke this in there. And somebody put air in the tube. Let the air out of the tube, makes it go in easier. Here's the air. All that air makes it hard to put in. Enough. I like a little air in there to keep the tube shape, but you don't have to fight it too awful much. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put the tube in here initially, get the valve stem hole in it, and then we work around and put this other side in. That's how you do it. Just the opposite of how I took it out. I usually fold the tube a little bit like that. Fold it. Stick it in there so when it gets in there it can unfold without having twists and knots and stuff in there, which you don't want. Those would be bad. Make sure your Shinko is lined up here in. Bring your tube up. Get your tire squared up again. Okay. My ends are lined up, and that's lined up. And then I go ahead and put the tube the rest of the way around. Once again, I fold it in half as I go. Spin it around a little bit. Get the tube in there where it belongs. Spin it around again. Make sure our end's lined up. Make sure the tube's all the way up in the slot. Pull your tool off. And we put air in it a couple times to blow the tube up. And make sure it's centered to get all the twists and ties out of it. The tube comes up evenly after it gets the tire in there. I do it 2 or 3 times, whatever I think it needs. If I hear the tube still moving around, I do it another time until I don't hear it moving. The tube went in there pretty good. Try it again, one more. Nice and even again. And no problem there. Now you gotta make sure you pop the bead on the back side of the wheel. You cannot have a seat on the bead. Not until you get this side in. Sometimes when you do put air in there, it does that. Okay. Now, just like you did taking it off, you leave the valve stem out until very last. So you come right next to it and put that part of the tire in. So you can slide the tire over a little bit like that. Put your knee on it and make sure the valve stem is out in the breeze. Just put it on like that. Make sure you don't pinch the tube there with the tire iron. Make sure the tube's not underneath the rim here in the back where the tire is. So you're just slipping right around like no problem. Make sure it's out the bead. Right now we're in the bead a little bit here. It's got to be inside the center of the rim to give you the room to get it off the rest of the way around here. So don't take too much of a bite at a time. If the tube gets wrapped up in the tire iron, don't rip it out. Pull the tire iron out. Okay, this goes on pretty easy. And once you get to that point, you just knock it in with a hammer. Get it on each side and eventually it'll pop in. Give it a couple whacks. Make sure the tube is not in there anywhere it doesn't belong. If you see the tube sticking through over here, you already got a problem. You probably pinched it. Okay. Go ahead and blow it up. This side of the tire already popped up. That was under 20 pounds I did that. Tube's blowing up now. 30 pounds, I can see the tire getting bigger like a balloon. Check the other side, see if it's all the way in. Looks pretty good. Looks like it's all the way up in there where it belongs. Dots here, valve stem's right there, about a ½ inch off. It's pretty close. So make sure the tire is all the way seated up against the bead. If not, there'll be a big low spot and there'll be a big hump in your tire. So let all the air out. Now let the tube center up one more time. So you don't want no folding or twists in your tube. You just want a nice even blow up. Okay. When the air quits coming out, put the valve stem in it. Blow it up again. You hear all the air leaking out from the spoke nipples until the tube's full size. Then there shouldn't have any more air coming out. If you do, you got to fold in the tube. Okay. There's 30 pounds in it. Put the valve core on there for now. All this is coming back off, but we got to balance it yet. So there's our tire. So we were at 5.5 inches wide before. Let's see how much it grew. Doesn't look like it grew that much. A little under 6, so it grew a 1/2 inch. So it went 1 inch wider in the rim, we only grew a 1/2 inch on the tire. So it gives you kind of a reference. Looks like it's a 2-to-1 ratio. Or 1-to-2. Rim gets wider, tire gets narrower. Okay, now we're going to put our brake drum on here. Now this has a lock of paint right there. So I got to touch it up with some paint. And I didn't bring my paint can with me. Go get my paint can real quick. Get rid of this wheel, it's in the way. Alright, we got a paint can. Figure out where the paint comes out at. You can just kind of hit it where you need it. So I need a little bit of where it needed it. A little more I need there. It's thin right here. There we go. Okay, where's that ugly ass chrome drum at? Okay, here's our drum. Put it on. Got nice clearance in there, isn't that nice? Piece of crap. We get our lug bolts. I don't know how long this drum's gonna live before it kicks it off the bike. Okay, this here I gotta fish them through the spokes. This wheel's not made right, or hub. Don't put no lock on your lug nuts, or lug bolts, whatever you want to call them. Okay, skip one, go to the next one. Gotta fish these things down through here. Get the next one in. Grab another one. Alright. Okay, showing you what the Harley lugs look like. They look like this. There's a wrench to use to do it. So you just got to kind of fish them all in there. Stock hub, you just put them straight through, but this hub is made wrong, so you can't put the damn lugs through the hole. They're too big. So you got to do it the hard way. Just kind of fish them through. Yeah. Let me drop another one. What the hell? Bad positioning. There we go. Yeah, my hand actually fit in there that time. The older I get, the fatter my hands get. Well, that's got a good view of not much, isn't it? Well, from this side now. I'll be left-handed. I'm not left-handed though. Well, good thing my hands work from both ways though. I still can't see much. Oh well. Bad camera location. Who did that? Tight. 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 Alright. It's tight, but it's not torqued. Okay, now I can go ahead and torque the piss out of it by putting a real wrench on it. That'd be the real wrench. Get some leverage on it. See how long it is? That's a foot long, so whatever pounds I put, that's how many foot-pounds I'm using. See, I don't need a torque wrench. I know what 50 foot-pounds feels like. Okay, you can either pull up like this. You're doing a crossbar pattern, so go like that, give it a nice pull. Alright, there's one. Get more of a pull. Oh, that's getting a pretty good pull on that one. There's another good one. That's pretty good. Now for a street bike, that'll be a good amount. And once again, we're going racing, so how come that one's already twisted? And this one, that one's already tight. They go the wrong direction. That one's pretty tight too. I think I missed ones. No, those are all tight. Alright, so now we're going to give it some real torque. Like I said, you can either pull up or you can push down, your choice. If you want to push down, you can go on the other side of the tire. So on this side, so you can rotate it, you push down. Not too close. Yeah. So it doesn't really matter how you do it. It's whatever's more comfortable for you. See, you go like that and put your body weight into it. Now me, I can pull pretty good, so I pull. Okay, I'm going to set up my valve stem over here. Okay, so we're going to go. That's a good pull. That's good. And make sure you got them all tight. You go back and hit the last one again. Look at that. Oh, that's a hex. There it is. Oh, that one seems to be tight already. You can see the wrench is flexing. That's how much torque I'm using. Alright. So, there. I get winded. Hey, you can't even see me. Screw it. I gotta put the camera up higher. Get winded, I'm working too hard. Alright, so custom wrench works really, really good. Haven't broke it yet. That's a good sign. Okay, I went and grabbed my axle. Looks like that. Ugly ass chrome, but that's what they make these days. So I'm gonna do some balancing. So I gotta get this where I can put it in the wheel, turn it. The problem with this is I need to have a sleeve, which I didn't bring from the brake. I'm always forgetting parts. I need a rest break anyway. Yeah, look at that. It's only 12 o'clock. Yeah, short day. Alright. Sleeve. That looks like one right there. That looks like the offending part. Yeah, I need one of these. Yeah. Custom. That's part of your alignment on a Harley wheel. Old one anyway. See, I dropped my rag. I see it over there in the walkway. Okay, so this is our balance facility right over here. We're going to do some balancing. So first I'm going to get lined up over there like that. Grab my rag. Okay, so we need to get this up in the air. It's getting heavy. Okay, this goes inside of here like this. These don't center very well because it's not a Harley wheel. Keep remembering it's a Taiwan hub, not a Harley anymore. Okay, so now we gotta go ahead and tighten this up. So this goes, is that thing blown up or what? There you go. Okay, so I got the axle spacer for the other side over here. There's a long axle. Okay, looks like we need a little bit of a spacer. And we're just about out of room over here on the other side too. So I need a thin spacer. I need a spacer about as thick as my finger over here. It looks like it might just go in there without it, but it's pretty tight, so. Yep, we didn't need that, did we? Right on top of the chrome hub, you like that? Alright. Try not to drop stuff, I drop stuff anyway. See how it works. Alright, here's a spacer, the thickness of my finger, right there. And we got the factory one goes like that. Pick that back up. Oh, got room for a nut now. Look at that. We have a problem doing this nicely, but oh well. Okay, so now we got the bearings all in there functioning. So we can use that now. Okay, next thing is I gotta get my jig figured out over here because I got a bunch of crap in my way. Yep. Sticky tarp. Somebody's got all this work in the way over here. I don't know what's up with that. Pistons for somebody. Crank it away. There we go. Now the gas is in the way too. This is the race gas we're going to use. Yeah, that's what we're going to use for race gas. Hopefully it's high enough octane. They claim it is, but I don't trust half the stuff they say, so what do we know? Okay. Boom. Boom. Need some wheel weights. There's the wheel weights. These go on over the hub, over the spoke. So these are Buchanan. The cheap-ass import ones are almost the same price as buying the real McCoys, so I buy the real ones, the BTEs. So these are what, 3/4? This one's a 3/4 ounce. I don't know what I need yet. So they got 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, and 1. That's your choice. That's a 3/4. What else we got in here? All kinds of floating around. They look like more 3/4s to me. There's some more 3/4s. I got 2 bags of 3/4s. These look like halves. No, these are halves. Oh boy. There's the big boys. 1 ounce. There's the big ones. There's the ones we like. Big ones. Okay, that's enough crap out. These little 1/4 ounce ones here, I don't know what you use these things for. They're a joke. I don't use those very often. I just move the darn weights around a little bit, that's all I do. Okay, so this thing can go down, can it? Yep, looks like it can. Box it away again. Battery in the way. Can't move the battery in my foot. I can move a crank and some heads. There we go. Okay, so basically I'm going to lay the wheel across our parallel surface here. You can't roll it on a flat surface, so I got to be up on the dome up here on this part, and that's what I'm going to roll against. And then this side over here we're going to be on something else. I got to figure out that. I have to put something underneath that. I didn't get that far into it yet. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay, there's a starting point. And we're already too far over. And we're too high in the air. And I need something underneath that too. And something back there is getting pissed off and I'm going to be squeezing on it. There we go now. Okay, there's something. There's something I can use. Yeah, we can use this. Anybody recognize what I used this for last? Let's hit the comment list. What did I make with that? It's melted. That should be a clue. Figure it out. Win the big prize. What's that big prize going to be? Oh, nothing. There you go. You're watching the video. That's the prize. Okay, I can just slid over a little bit. Crapping away. It's kind of awkward. Okay, here we go. Think it's going to stay there? Probably not. I need a hammer. There's a hammer right there. Okay, this is called gravity. Heavy spot is high, or low I mean. Light is high. We get the bearings engaged, so we have to let the bearings, you go back and forth and let the bearings kind of work through the grease and stuff. See how the weight's going down? At some point it'll stop. That's probably where the heavy spot is. So you have to just kind of wait for it to get there. It wasn't moving initially because the high spot was right up in top center. Okay, so we're getting close now. So now I'm just working the bearings back and forth a little bit, letting the wheel kind of figure out where it wants to be. Kind of wants to be about in this area here. And it looks like that's the spot right there. Okay, so now we got to rotate this around 90 degrees. And we're dragging. Okay, dragging is bad. That means it's got a false number. Still about the same spot. Okay, go to top, rotate 90 degree, stop. See how much weight's moving? It's not moving very fast. Okay, there's a half. That one was a ½ ounce one in it. Figure the half ones aren't open. Okay, we're going to put the 3/4 on there. See how the 3/4 dropping? That's because it's too big. And a half. Okay, let's go back and figure out which spoke we want it to go on. Find that high spot again. Appears to be pretty close to right there. Top nipple, top spoke. Okay, put that on. See, that's a half. See, it's dropping with a half, see? Dropped pretty quick. Damn, that means I gotta use those stupid ass little quarters, I guess. Damn, I don't do a squat about them. Look how close this thing is. Yeah, there's the half I couldn't find. Quarters. Okay, there's the 1/4 in there. See, the wheel's not really moving now. trying to go up a little bit, which means it's not heavy enough, but when you move it out to the outside of the nipple, it'll be heavier. Alright, we're 1/4 ounce. Damn. Amazing. I'm going to get in there with this hammer. No. The brake drum makes it hard to get in here to do anything with. To come in there with a punch to get to it. That'll be kind of interesting to do. Okay, let's get it off the stand here. Alright, so it's a 1/4 ounce. Damn, that's close. Okay, I need something to beat on that's long and skinny. What are we going to use for that? Something that's long and skinny, probably. Look what I found, something long and skinny. Is that long enough? Let me use this. I'll get on my ball peen hammer. I don't like my old proto brass hammer. It's actually Dad's old hammer. Okay, now I should be able to put this on the nipple, the weight, wherever the hell it's at. That's some weird angle. And it's definitely a weird angle. Right there ought to do it. See if I can find some weird angle to do this at. The problem is I can't get to it. Smoke's coming from this side, the drum's in the way. I don't think I can get it behind the drum at all anywhere. There's a nipple at. Now I can get it right here. And it comes like this, long skinny tool, right here like this. Like it's all the way down for a shot. Yep. Okay, now we put it back up here. Try it again. We're missing something. Okay. See if it rotates. Seems to be pretty straight, centered. Wrong angle again. Okay, I'm not sure the weight is, so just turn it 90 degrees. Quit moving. Okay. See where the tire's going. Tire's dropping just a little bit. It's pretty close though. Where's the weight? Weight's way over here. Weight's just a tick light. So instead of a 1/4 ounce, we need like a probably 3/8 would be too much. We need 5/16 of an ounce. You don't need to make that. Alright, that's how you balance your wheel. So as long as it leaves a drum on there, it shouldn't affect anything. We should be good to go. So, where's that weight at? So, anybody see the weight? It's by the valve stem. Where's the weight? Oh, it's that shiny thing way down there. Yeah, look at that thing. If it wasn't shiny, you wouldn't see it. And put it on backwards too. I should have the other way so you wouldn't see it on this side. You can't see it from this side because it's buried behind the drum. That's the pretty side, see? Oh well. Usually I put them on the inside like that, but oh well, hard to get to. Alright, so that's how you balance it. So this thing came in pretty close. That's a whole wheel, a tire, a tube, and a brake drum, and 1/4 ounce. That's pretty close. So, yeah, that's not bad. That's pretty good products, and that means your truing's pretty close too, because if the truing was off, it'd be way heavy on one side. So, alright, that's how you do that. Next thing is put it in the bike. So I'll get my mess cleaned up around here, and we'll figure it out then.